Hello, Mr. Hansen here. During this video, I'm going to show you how to create an equation from a given model here. A little bit of background on this first. We've got the square number here, and this is going to stand for the perimeter. So for example, when we have one square, we're going to have a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a perimeter of 4. We're going to continue to add squares onto this square train, I'm going to call it. And so there's two squares in our square train now, and you should notice that when we have two squares, we have a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice these two lines in the middle do no longer count for the perimeter. They are on the inside of the shape, and the perimeter is the total distance around the outside. So with two squares, we have a perimeter of 6. We're going to keep adding squares on here, and now we have 3 squares in our train, and we have a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's add just one more on. Okay, there is one more, and now we have 4 squares. And we have a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now we've got that part done. Now we want to start looking for patterns as we work on writing an equation. The first thing you'll notice here is that each time the square number goes up 1, the perimeter number goes up 2. Okay, and now I kind of want to deconstruct this train and take a closer look at just what happens as we add squares on. So you see you've got the one square, we're going to add another one on, and you should notice here that on our train there's always going to be 2 lengths on the left and right side. Alright, so we are going to be able to write just plus 2 into our equation. As you can see that every time, get rid of this, every time that we add a square on, there are always 2 at the end. So that's going to be the plus 2 of our perimeter. Let's kind of mark those like that. Now you should also notice that for each square, there is going to be 2 sides that contribute to the perimeter. There they are in those 3 squares. So we can write the perimeter as the perimeter is equal to 2 times the square number. So 2 times for each square for the top and bottom, and then plus 2 for the 2 that we're always going to have on the sides. Now, this isn't the only way that you could think of this. In fact, that's the fun of the mathematical investigation of this, is there's a lot of different ways that you can come up with this same equation. It's always a good idea once you get that equation to check to make sure it actually works. So we're going to substitute s in for the square number and make sure that we get the right perimeter. So 2 times 1 plus 2 is going to be 4. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 2 times 3 plus 2 is 8, and 2 times 4 plus 2 is going to be 10. So it looks like we've created an effective equation to model this polygon train.